Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the channel. I want to introduce you to a former champion. Hey, say hello. We're getting ready to have our protein shakes. Okay, go to your sister. Come here. Hey. Okay, I'm getting ready to make a protein shake. Actually, I don't use a blender. I got this idea from the great Frank Zane, who was the second man to defeat Arnold Schwarzenegger. At 5'9" and 185 pounds, he defeated a 250-pound Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold learned his lesson, and he lost 25 pounds, and the rest is history. Anyway, what we do is we take a scoop of protein powder and we add some water. And we top it off with a little half and half to give it some consistency. Just a little bit. And then we stir with a spoon because for some reason it tastes better and it has a much richer consistency than when you put it in a blender. It's still gritty even after you mix it, but that's the point. Protein powder is still a food. So you chew your food. Supposedly doing it this way, it absorbs better. You're like eating food, so it's going to go through the digestive system in a proper way so that you absorb most of the protein that's in here. I don't know. My muscles are getting smaller. I don't know if no, seriously, I've been doing this for years with protein powder. I hardly use a blender unless I'm in a real rush. But generally, I mix it in a glass, and it does taste better. And like I said, it's gritty, but it's like you want to chew your protein powders, your protein supplements. So. Where's the muscles? There isn't any. Okay, I have a very interesting theory. As far as I know, I'm the only one that has come up with this. We talk about nutrition and dieting and diets, and if you go to like a bookstore, like a Barnes and Nobles, and you go to the diet books, the section where they have all the books on dieting, and there's like 100 books, maybe more, on dieting and various diets and fat loss and all this other stuff. So there's your proof right there that diets don't work. Dieting doesn't work because most diets operate on on deprivation. Don't eat this, don't eat that, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. I'll address that in a second. But I was thinking, virtually every weightlifting, powerlifting, bodybuilding, hammer throwing, discus throwing, javelin throwing, shot putter, gymnast, virtually all of these strength-related sports virtually every champion, practically every participant up until recently was of European descent. Either they were from Europe or of European descent. What's the typical European diet? Well, it's not protein powder. The typical European diet is what? Meat, eggs, cheese, milk, okay? Meat, dairy. Okay, so like the Caribbean diet is top heavy in fruits, maybe vegetables. You know, the European diet's vegetables and fruit also, but top heavy with meat and dairy products, eggs, and all of that. So like I said, if you look at the record, most of your champions in various strength related sports are of European descent. So if we're operating on the theory of evolution, that would include our digestive systems. So it's just a thought. So if you're thinking about what kind of diet to be on or what kinds of food to eat, what's your ancestry? That might contain a clue as to the way you should eat, especially if you're involved in strength sports. I'm not saying not to eat fruits and vegetables, but what I am saying, especially if you're the male of the species and you want to build muscle, and we're not talking about health, we're talking about the quickest way to get from point A to point B. And if you're skinny and you need to gain weight, but especially muscular body weight, you've got to eat your meat. Maybe not so much, but eggs, dairy, all of it may sound counterintuitive to those of you who are more interested in vegetarian or vegan type lifestyles. I'm telling you right now, I'm not saying you can't build a good body on a vegan or a vegetarian diet. I'm not saying that. It's just going to take you 5 times longer to do it. If the fastest way to get from point A to point B is meat and dairy products, you need to get that cholesterol from animal products into your body because testosterone is formed from cholesterol. That's why it's really stupid if you're a teenager to start using drugs. You don't need drugs. Eat your meat, eat your dairy products. During your years of puberty, you have enough testosterone in your body naturally, and I'm not exaggerating. You have enough in you so you can impregnate 100 women a week with just your normal levels of testosterone. You don't need drugs. You're just going to end up killing yourself. If not physically, then psychologically. Okay, so again, women, listen, vegan, vegetarian type diets are good for women because women don't need the extra testosterone and the extra cholesterol. But if you are a young man, even a not so young man, if you're interested in building muscle, you've got to do what everybody's been doing for 100 years. Okay, so if later on you're through with bodybuilding, especially muscle building, and you're just in a maintenance kind of mode, you're satisfied with where you're at, and you want to kind of like experiment with different kinds of nutritional plans and programs, then that's fine. I have nothing against vegetarian or vegan diets, but again, and not to beat a dead horse, Listen, you can disagree with me all you want. Again, I'm not saying you can't do it, but again, we're talking about getting from point A to point B in a straight line as fast as possible instead of going all the way running around with different kinds of programs as far as nutrition goes. Listen, keep it simple and keep it basic. Meat, dairy products, they'll get you to where you want to go as fast as you can. All right, we're not talking about health per se. And again, I don't know what a healthy diet is. Nobody does. Nobody knows what the best curl is to build your biceps. Okay, again, I'm just saying, based on evolution, what your ethnic background is, and all of that, your digestive system could also be part of the evolutionary process. And if you're of European descent and you need to gain weight and muscle, increase your meat and dairy intake. We're talking short term. You're going to say, well, look at Arnold. He's now a vegan. No, he's not. He eats eggs. And he will have a steak once in a while by his own admission. Don't believe me? Go to YouTube and there's videos of Arnold talking about his current nutritional and exercise program. He even opens his refrigerator and you'll see eggs in the refrigerator. So he might be a lacto-ovo vegetarian, which is that's cool. There's a couple of guys who really built great bodies just being lacto-ovo vegetarians. In other words, they don't eat meat, but they will eat dairy products. So that's all I wanted to mention today. Eat your meat and drink your protein. I take protein just as a supplement just because I don't eat that much. And the thing is, when you get older, you tend not to eat so much. Your appetite is not what it is, the way it was when you were a kid. Okay, I could eat all day long when I was a kid. No more. I'll eat a big breakfast. I'll have a protein shake, or I'll have a plate of Greek yogurt mixed with my protein supplement because I like to eat my protein powders. And, and I'll have a regular dinner, whatever. But in between, I don't eat that much. I'll have a cup of coffee or something with But, so the thing is, when you do get older, you need to increase your protein intake because that's the one thing that when like older people, they don't eat and they don't get enough protein in their bodies. So this is a good way to do it. So that's it. Just wanted to share that with you, my revelation as far as what to eat. So take care of yourselves and stay healthy, stay strong, get stronger, and stay safe. And we'll see you next time.